There's this horrible BetterHelp ad that I got on YouTube like a couple times a day because I definitely watch too much YouTube. And it's not that long. I think it's only 5 seconds, so you can skip it. So it's not like the worst ad ever. But to me, it's horrible and a little bit insidious.
By the way, you know, I may be a white boy, but I'm not stupid.
So it's this guy, if you've seen it, it's this guy sitting on a couch talking about these problems that are really prevalent in contemporary society, or, you know, problems that BetterHelp, the company, thinks are prevalent in contemporary society. He says he wants a job that he doesn't hate. He wants a job that's fulfilling. He wants to do something that he's proud of. He wants to fall in love, and generally he wants to be more confident. He also wants to find somebody to talk about this with, clearly, because the joke of the ad is that he's telling his friend, which is like bad, and you shouldn't tell your friends your problems because they just want to order food and hang out. He also says he wants somebody to tell him what to do. All of these problems and all of these wants are incredibly relatable. I would imagine all of you feel very similarly as well, and I'm sure that BetterHelp knows that these are the problems that people feel in contemporary society for whatever reasons. And, you know, I didn't even think about it like that at first. I was like, yeah, this kind of makes sense. But there's a part in the ad, or at least in the full thing, which I, of course, watched and also looked up on YouTube because I wanted to see what BetterHelp wanted to tell me. I wanted to really get into the propaganda. There's a part where he says he wants his parents to stop calling him about tech advice. And, you know, on first glance, this is funny. But on second, it's kind of like, your parents raised you, they fed you, they clothed you, and they literally are the only reason that you exist. Not that they were necessarily good at any of those except for the last one, because if they were bad at that, you wouldn't be. But, you know, giving them some tech advice is not that complicated. If your mom wants to post pictures of Minions on Facebook and can't figure it out, you should probably help her out. And another thing I saw that I didn't like once I thought about it a little bit more was that sentence about wanting somebody to tell you what to do. And I get that. It's like advice. You look for advice. Do you look for advice from a company online that you text? No. And I don't like this ad. I don't like that. Because it treats you, as the viewer, as if you'll really believe that this fucking stupid app is going to change your life. Friday Night Funkin'? More like Friday Night Fucking.
So I'm realizing now that I forgot to record audio for what I'm doing right here. And what I'm doing is trying to make pickled Daikon Radish based off of a recipe that I found on YouTube and also had a website. The comments said it was good, so I thought it would be good. I did not think about how much it was making. I just decided to go balls to the wall and, you know, put my whole hog in there. And it's important because making DIY pickled Daikon Radish is actually really beautiful. It's a really beautiful thing.
I like that smell. Like, it kind of smells like balls. This is what it means to fail. No, why?
Because it's better for the video.
We're going to try these that I made a couple days ago, and I've been letting them ferment. I will say I've opened them and they smell like farts. But that is normal, apparently. So, okay, the windows are open in here. Yeah, it just smells like farts, dude. If you want to come in, you can, but I don't know if you want to smell it. It really smells like farts.
Oh! Oh my god.
Yeah, it doesn't smell good. I'll be honest. I'm gonna be honest with the camera, okay? I did try this a couple days ago. Right the day after I made it, I tried it, and oh my god, that smells.
Can you cover it up?
It smells so ass. So I tried it the day after I made it, and it smelled bad. Not this bad. And it smelled bad, and I was like, nah, I don't want to eat that. And I thought it was because it had too much vinegar and not enough sugar because I like it really sweet. And oh my god, that smells so bad. And honestly, I added sugar to fix it and let it for another day, and it still smells like shit and awful, and I'm not eating this.
I had a conversation with a friend after class today, and I told him my problem, and he said, well, why didn't you try the recipe in a small quantity? And I said, yeah, I didn't think about that before.
It just got over here.
I know it's bad, I know. But, so... we need to be comfortable with failure. Dude, it smells so like farts. I don't know what happened. What did I do? I know. It smells like, I kind of feel like it smells like it would make you sick. It smells
Declan, it just smells like farts.
but in a horrible way. Like, it smells awful.
Like the worst fart I've ever smelled.
It smells... Oh my god, it smells so bad. This bag's gotta be fresh now. Ah, no!
Ah!
Oh, I'm gonna have to clean the kitchen. I will say, this radish was $3, and this is not even the whole of it. So I didn't really waste that much money. At all, really. I didn't waste much money at all. This is a cope. I had a friend text me this week while I was on some walk, and she said that she looked at Indeed to see what real people did with their time, because we're both students, and she said she found it horribly depressing. I told her Indeed was the work of Satan, and she said it kind of felt that way. It really does feel horrible and sinister to me. I've never been a fan of Indeed, Glassdoor, LinkedIn. What the fuck is LinkedIn? I don't know. I don't have one. Maybe I'll never be able to get a job, and maybe that's okay. But, you know, all of these things feel like wrong. And everybody who participates in them, if they don't feel like are wrong, usually are awful, and I don't really want to be around. You know, when I was on my walk earlier this week, I was thinking about this, and I was thinking about space. And when I was thinking about space, I was thinking about the fact that there seems to be so many spaces in the world. And you have these jobs, and they're all different spaces, and this field is one space, this field is the other space, and this field's the other one. And it didn't, or it doesn't feel like to me that I fit in any of these spaces. They don't seem right. As much as I feel like I don't fit because maybe it would be hard to get a job, or maybe I wouldn't have the qualifications to, you know, fit inside the space and be accepted, the spaces themselves seem wrong. I don't want to go into business. I don't want to go into law. I barely want to go into the government. It's just they have okay benefits, but you don't go anywhere. These spaces don't work for me. It doesn't seem to work for a lot of you. I mean, fucking people kill themselves. That's not normal. They do it because there's no space. There's no space for them. And so, because I was thinking about that, I thought, you know, fuck it, man. We gotta make some space. I have to make space for myself. I have to make space for my community with them. I need to push and ruffle some feathers and get out there a little bit. Because if I don't do so, what am I doing? The world at large, capitalism, whatever, doesn't want you to do this. It doesn't want you to take it into your own hands. It wants to tell you what to do. It wants to have you fit neatly into a little box. And I'm saying, I don't want to do that. And you shouldn't either. We need to make space. And when you think about the people that you look up to, at least when I think about the people I look up to, a lot of times what they're doing is in stark difference to what, you know, ideology is at the time. They're saying, you know what, fuck you, and I'm gonna make space. And, you know, we all gotta make space. Plants and animals need to make space in order for them to survive. Humans, we think we don't need to do that because honestly, most of our needs are met. But when you have people ending their own lives, and you have people suffering from depression for whatever fucking reason they are, clearly, we're not doing a good enough job making space for ourselves.